So to be honest, I've never found a way to start the videos because I'm just too lazy to do it, and I really think it's really cringe. But whatever. So when what I want to talk to about today, it's just um you have to stop running away from your problems. It's something that I deal with a lot because I think it's just like putting it off. It's gonna make it better for the moment, and then it's gonna make it worse. No, I mean, that's exactly what I do. I just tend to put everything on hold, and I tend to put everything a little bit like to the side until it turns bigger, until it's really a problem that causes other problems, and then that's gonna make it really bad because that's not how you're supposed to do it. So what I'm trying to like do right now is I will take the thing that it's making my problems right now and just like do it right away. It doesn't matter if I can do it in 3 4 months. I'm gonna do it now because I don't know what's going to happen in 3 or 4 months. But that makes it come with a point of reactivity where everything that happens has to be fixed right now, and that's something that I can live with. But maybe some others can, you know. So I think it's just like a point of trying to figure out if it's like the right thing what you're doing. That would be like, should I solve it now or would this cause any more problems? But that's not the topic. The topic is you should stop running away from shit because that's not the thing that you should be doing. And just think about all of the stuff that people do and see what problems they have in their life. You know, it's like, okay, do I have the problem of I don't have that much money at the end of the month, which happens to me quite often. I'm a student. I don't receive that much. And it's like, okay, so I asked my mom, like, what can I do? And she would say, like, okay, there, you either spend less or you gain more money. But you cannot gain more money because you're going to work more than the 80 hours a month, at least in Germany. So I can only spend less. Okay, so how can I spend less? Maybe go out less to the bars. But okay, if I think about it, it's super easy to do. But then your friend calls you and be like, oh yeah, you want to come out? And then you're like, no. Or yes, but I would just drink one beer. Or let's go to the cheaper bar. Or let's go this and this and this. But you're constantly trying to make that effort to solve that problem. And that's what you have to do with everything. It's like right now, I weighed myself 2 days ago, I think, and I weighed almost 100 kilos, which is like 20 kilos above of what I should be. I should be like around like 80, 85. But going like being like 15 kilos over my weight, like really hit me. And I'm starting to like get into a little bit of a diet, starting slowly, but I'm trying to fix every day that problem constantly. Because if I say like, okay, you know, right now I don't have time because of stress of thesis and stresses of friends, girlfriend, whatever, work, studies, whatever it is, I'm gonna put in I'm gonna put it off and put it off and put it off and put it off, and at some point I'm not going to do it because I said to myself it's okay to do it the next day. So if I put that problem in front of me every day, I'm going to do it because then I can try to convince myself that that's the right thing to do. And this problem is going to fix other problems because now having a healthy diet, having not such a excessive consume of caffeine, eating healthy foods, eating meat, eating enough protein for whatever I have to do, it's making me feel better. It's making me feel more energetic. It's making me feel like that I'm progressing in something. So, you see, problem solving. And I want you to think about it of like just everything that you don't do will not get done by itself. Okay? Even whatever it is. Can be homework, can be your delayed project at work, can be your own personal project that is getting delayed. And nothing is going to be done by itself. Let me tell you that. And that's a problem. I think a lot of people seem to run away from their problems, or at least a problem that I see a lot. It's with this, at least with the gym community, because that's a community that I was in. It's the runaway from their problems in real life and go to the gym and say like, okay, the gym saves me from my problems. It's like, okay, that's a good thing, I guess, but that's also not the thing that you're supposed to do. The thing that you're supposed to do is fix your problems and go to the gym. Because the moment you start hiding in the gym, it's a moment where all of these problems start to sum, and then it explodes. Because you, as a person, you're like a bomb, and this bomb cannot. It's waiting for it to explode, you know. So hiding all of these problems with something else, with alcohol, drugs, whatever it is, that's a bad thing, because then you have to really sit or stop everything that you're doing and go and solve that shit that it's bothering you. What I do is I make a list of the things that annoy me. So they would be, I don't know, my floor is dirty, so that's annoying me. So if I'm thinking the whole time about, okay, that's annoying me, every time I see it, it's going to be like, okay, now this is turning to something big, because then I cannot concentrate. So I take a moment and go and clean it. And then it's going to be clean for a week. And how much did it take me? 10 minutes? And you should sit down, ask yourself what the problem is. You should really sit down and ask yourself, okay, what is it really that I'm feeling? I started, okay, I don't do it that much, but I started with journaling. I started journaling everything that I feel, because I feel a lot. I'm a person that feels a lot. And through journaling, I've realized that a lot of my problems are just things that I think about too much. And my way of fixing this is just like, okay, what's the problem? Like I said, like just cleaning the floor. Okay, so just go and clean it. Take a broom, clean it. It's done. Okay. Done. Okay, I'm spending too much money. Okay, when you go out, don't drink 5 beers, drink 2. Or drink 3. Or drink at least 1 less. Then you have a little bit more money. Don't eat out. Don't pay for everyone's food sometimes, you know. Don't try to offer shit, or don't buy unnecessary stuff at the supermarket. Just buy whatever you need for your diet. Cook at home, which is the simplest option. You know, like the moment you start attending those problems are the moment that they're getting solved. And believe me, there's no shame in saying I have a problem and I have to fix it. There's more shame in saying I have a problem, I know what the solution is, and I'm still not doing it. And I don't want to force you into like a guilt trip of, oh, I'm not doing it and blah, blah, blah. It's just, no, it's just the same thing to do. Every time you have a problem, you have to solve it, because and if you only patch it, it's going to be like patch, and then it's going to explode. And that's the thing that you don't want, because the moment that you explode, it's the moment that you lose control over everything. And you don't know if this problem is going to make it bigger or not. Like a couple of weeks ago, I also had a problem with, like, in Germany they call it Finanzamt. It's like everyone that gets their taxes, like the tax office. And they sent me a letter, and then they wanted documents from me. And I went exactly the next day, and I was like, okay, no, I need to fix this problem now, because this is going to make it this is going to get bigger if I don't fix it. And I think I had like 1 month to get all of the documents that they asked for me. I did it the next day. And then I still had time, because I think I was already vacations. So I go the next day and I do it. And then the next day I have the documents. And then the next day I send them. And it's like, if I would have stopped and said like, yeah, fuck it, then it would have not worked. And then I still didn't work, because I got another letter. And then the next day I called them and I say, okay, what the fuck? And then it was like, oh no, we need some documents. Even if you didn't receive any money from this, just say that, send the form filled out and say that you didn't receive any money. Just put zeros everywhere. That's it. And I was like, okay, I can do it. And I did it exactly the next day, and it didn't cause any more problems. If I would have forgotten about it, then it would have make it bigger, because they were saying like, oh, if you don't give it until this day, then you will pay, I think, 200 euros on like a fee or something like that. So putting it off, it actually would have made it worse. And how much actual time did it took me? It took me, I think, more time waiting for an appointment and being in the appointment, explaining the guy all of the problems, than actually solving them, which is part of the solution, but whatever. And so it actually took me more time thinking about it than actually doing it. Because filling this form the first time, like going to the office, just sign that you didn't receive any money. and I would make a copy and that's it. But you have to fill out this form and send it. You can fill it online. It takes 15 minutes. And that 15 minutes solved like 50% of my problem. And then I went and did the other 50% like 2 or 3 weeks later. And it took me 40 minutes. It took me more time to get into the platform because I couldn't log in than to actually doing it. That just put zeros everywhere. So it takes way longer just thinking about the problem than not doing solving the problem. So yeah, just sit down, talk about it with someone else if you can trust in someone, or not even you. You don't even need someone else. You can just like take a notebook. Wait a second. Yeah, I'm too lazy for it. I have a notebook like right there, and that's like my personal journal notebook. I just, every time I feel like really stressed about things, I just sit down, open it up, and just scrabble whatever I feel. I feel like shit because of this, and then just from that try to figure out what the problem is. So, and then I know what my problem is. Do I have a solution right now? Okay, maybe not. I don't have a solution right now. Okay, it's really that urgent? Can it make any more problems? No. Okay, then I can just sit down, think about a solution, or maybe just let a couple days go, and maybe I will think about the solution. Or is it a bigger problem? Do I have to do something actively to solve it? Yeah, okay, then do it. And everything else, believe me, goes to like a second page, and it stays the same. If you have a really important paper and you're really stressing about this thing, if it takes you no more than 1 or 2 hours to do it, because it's going to make it way easier. Just like everything that it's really bothering you, make a list and then set a reminder that one day you're going to do it. And it's like 5-10 things maybe. Okay, this glass is dirty and I haven't moved it, or the floor is dirty, or I need to clean the toilet. Just take one day and do everything so that you have a peace of mind. And this peace of mind is going to allow you to do a lot of other stuff, you know? So, I don't know if you can hear it, but yeah, that's everything. Just don't run away. Stop running away, because running away is going to make you feel... It's going to make you feel sad. I can tell you from experience. Running away makes you feel like a piece of shit. Because it would make you feel like you are not... It's not like you're not worth it, but it will make you feel like a piece of shit, because then you will be thinking the whole time about these problems. And then thinking about these problems the whole time is going to make you feel useless, because then you're like, oh, they're not getting fixed. So sit down and solve them, because no one's going to do it for you. Like, come on. Nothing in this world is for free. Just like, I don't know, man. So yeah, that's like my takeaway for today. Just like make a list of everything that's really bothering you, and try and solve it, because no one else is going to do it for you, you know? So I really wish you everything. Wish that every problem that you have will be solved. And for the people that actually watch this to the end, just chill. Everything is going to be okay as long as you try to solve it. Okay? Believe me, I know. Solving problems is the best that you can do for your body. It's the best thing that you can do for your mind. Because solving problems is going to make you feel like a fucking god. And feeling like a fucking god makes you unstoppable. Believe me. So, yeah. Love you. Peace.